Going well. Obviously, we're having a snap lockdown at the moment. Just the 7 days, as announced last Thursday by our Victorian government. So hopefully, we're all back at school on Friday and ready and raring to go in next week's sport. Any round robins, cross countries, anything like that, I've been in touch with Mr. Sharp, and each of the school sport coordinators are trying to renegotiate times rather than cancel, looking at postponing different events so that everyone can still be active and play inter-school sport as much as possible. Today's sport lesson, we're asking each and every one of you to be active, but we're also giving you some autonomy, which means you've got your choice with what you're going to do today. We do, however, want to put a little bit of substance behind that choice. So if you are choosing to kick a ball around in the backyard or go for a bike ride, we really want it to be mapped to a specific part of a curriculum. So I'm going to guide you through how you're going to determine what you're going to do today, and also what you're going to report back to your teacher in regards to how well you believe you're doing at whatever it is that you've chosen for today. So I'm just going to flip over to a website that I've found for you. This is the official Sport Australia website, and I'm going to place a link in our lesson plan for today that's going to take you to a specific place within the Sport Australia website. So essentially what I've done is I've headed down here to schools and teachers, which takes me to this link here. I scrolled down and I found this physical literacy page. So once we open up the physical literacy page, there's actually a really good video on this physical literacy page. And I'm very, very happy for you to go back and find this video and play it through. And it talks about why being physically active, but more than just being physically active for your health, why understanding sport, the language within sport, and also how to manipulate and move your body for different activities is so important for not just you and your physical being, but if we link it back to what we've learned in health, all the way from year 7 all the way through to year 12, we learn about the 5 dimensions of health and well-being. And so not being physically active and having physical literacy will help you with your social health and well-being, your spiritual health and well-being, emotional and mental health and well-being, as well as obviously that physical health and well-being, the functioning of your body and all of its systems. So within your PE classes, you're being asked to be physically active by just doing different chores, activities. We actually really want your sport classes to be something that is sport focused. So you're working on skills as well as being physically active. So I'm going to flip back to the website now. Once I've gone back up here, I'm looking at what the domains are that underpin our physical literacy. So how is it categorized, so to speak? And within here, we have a range of different domains, but I think that it's really important that we look into just the physical side of things today. So clicking on that takes us to the page that I'm going to place in today's lesson plan for you. So you're going to open up this website, you're going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to have a look at these list of different fitness areas for today. You can choose whichever one interests you because you're going to try and improve your skills in one of these areas during today's lesson. So today, yes, it's about moving, yes, it's about being active, but it is about improvement. So, for example, if you wanted to work on your coordination, you would click on this link and you would see that, okay, coordination involves things like diving, dancing, skipping, but a whole range of different things. If you are at a very beginner's or pre-foundational level of this, then you have the potential to learn these movements, but you have a limited capability of actually being able to perform any of those movements. If you are in stage 1, then you're able to move to music and explore your control and movement of the body, and you're able to use things like hand-eye coordination to strike a ball with a racket. We haven't talked about accuracy or power or timing, but you're able to make contact. If you're moving down here to stage 2, then you're doing things like moving with the flight of a ball and striking it with accuracy. So we're adding that element of accuracy. So if you wanted to set that up as an activity for today, then what it could look like is, have you set up a target in your backyard? So when you strike the tennis ball with a tennis racket, you're attempting to hit a target rather than just I'm hitting against the wall 100 times for today's lesson. So we really want you to have a look through this website and try and find the writing that underpins exactly what it is you're doing. So if this is what you're working on today, then you are in stage 2 of coordination. And that is what we really want you to report back to your teacher. What is it that you've chosen to do today to improve your skills in a chosen sport? It doesn't necessarily have to use any sporting equipment. If you don't have any, you could choose movement skills, for example, and therefore just work on things like dancing to music and your movements and skipping and jumping, etc. But it might also involve different sporting equipments that you might have around your house. This goes all the way down to stage 4, where you would be an accomplished version of your sport and be able to play at very high levels. So we're asking you to pick one or two of these different areas today. We're asking you to have a quick read through all the way from pre-foundational all the way through to the transfer and empowerment phase here. We would like you to see, where are you currently at with that skill? What are you going to practice in your backyard, front yard, or within your 5 kilometre radius today? And how is it going to actually be leading you to making improvements within that chosen skill or fitness component for today's session? So we're asking you to plan what you're going to do, type that up, send it to your teacher, confirm attendance, and then go out and actually complete the activity. If you feel like taking any photos or video evidence of you completing the activity, feel free to share it with us. Email, if your teacher enables an upload, go for it. We'd love to see what you're doing. Most importantly, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.